Welcome back. Last we left off, Cal had a little dust-up with the local gang known as the Powder Gangers. They had decided to pick a fight with a roaming caravan in which Ringo had escaped and made his way to Good Springs to hide out. Therein, they had threatened the good people of Good Springs, and Cal decided to intervene on their behalf, taking out their leader, Joe Cobb, and they decided to try to retaliate. And this is where they lay. Alrighty, let's see where our journey takes us now. So we could speak to Randall about that bounty hunter job. I do like the sound of that. Need to go to Prim, talk to the Mojave Express there, and find the guys that tried to kill me. And that also takes me towards Prim. So I think all of the loose ends here in Good Springs are handled. I'll leave the cleanup to the locals. That being said, let's have a little chat with them.
That ought to keep things settled for a while. Hope it stays that way.
I do agree with you, and as always, a man of few words
Keep
there,
your
Pete.
gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Wasteland critters like to move in when Sonny's not looking, so watch out.
Duly noted. And that brings to mind, I should check out the schoolhouse. I think Sonny said there was some interesting gear there. Hey, Sonny. Oh, good. Cheyenne's okay.
That'll teach the Powder Gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future.
Powder Gangers, but yes. And looks like we're all settled. Hopefully they won't be bothering you too much in the future.
Until next time.
If you ever need help, I'll be nearby or somewhere in the wasteland. I don't know how. Go through Mojave Express. I'm sure they can find me. Trudy, anything you'd like to add?
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's a little bit better that way. And I'm guessing you probably don't have much for sale. That
Got a
interests
special
me.
discount for you after what you done for us.
Appreciated. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Nothing too much. I'll catch you later, Trudy.
Be careful out there.
Stay safe. Alright. Let's check in with Chet to see if he's got any interesting gear at the store. Not that I'm holding my breath. Chet?
That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on.
You're probably hiding in your back room, and I doubt it. They're probably not going to mess with you. What do you have for sale?
Can do.
As usual, not a
Pleasure
whole
doing
lot.
business with you.
Sold off a
Take
few
it easy
shotguns. Sold off a few shotguns. I got a handful of caps for him, which is never a bad thing. Let's touch base with Doc real quick. And Ringo might be back at this gas station, so we'll check with him too. Doc, hey, how's it going, man?
How are you holding up?
I'm doing pretty well. And yeah, we're all
You
set.
take care now.
You as well. Just checking to make sure you're doing okay. I just want to make sure no stray rounds hit you or anything. That wouldn't be good. Alrighty. Let's see if Ringo's back here. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Poke around a little bit. Ooh, Rad-X. That's useful. Eh. Nothing much. Alrighty. Let's be on our way. Actually. Schoolhouse. Let's not forget and get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's see what might be hiding within the hallowed halls of learning. And let's ready ourselves. Let's not waste bullets on little creatures. Good call. Sounds like there are some mantises or some bugs. Or a light bulb that's flickering. Oh, mantises. Come here, you. Wow, a lot of these things. Yeah, Pete wasn't joking when he said like critters like to get in here. Yeah, let's just start taking. I think I can cook these. If not, I can sell them or just toss them. Doesn't matter much one way or the other. This place is a mess. Maybe they should like clean this place up and like turn it into something useful. Housing. Something like that. Maybe I could turn this into a home. Might be worth looking into. There's the safe. Let's take a look, see what we all got in here first. Bobby pins, useful. Toolbox. Nah. Magazine. Random junk. Okay, yeah, that's right. She gave me that locksmith's reader. She gave it to me instead of saying that there was one there. That's what I thought. Not much. Not much. Let's hope this safe pays off a little bit more than the rest of this building does. Okay. Easy, easy. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Caps. That's useful. Can't say that those are super intriguing or of much use to me. Let's see what this does. It's just broken. Solves that question. And that is a wrap. School's out, boys. Okie doke. Interesting. Just a bunch of rubble. Alrighty. I think that closes out this chapter in Good Springs. Let's make our way towards the good little town of Prim and see if they're super prim and proper. We're kind of making this journey up to be something super ridiculous and dangerous. Besides a little gecko and the potential for powder gangers, I mean, it's nothing too ridiculous. Huh. Bunch of dead cockroaches. Got a guy up there. I don't know if he's local, just patrolling, or what the deal is. Pop said never trust a man on a roller coaster. And NCR. Alright. Let's check in there first. Gather some intel. Never hurts to be informed on the goings on, especially entering a new area. You look like you've got to tell me something.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
Well, I was headed to Prim. What's going on?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
So the convicts from your correctional facility that you failed to keep a sizable grasp on, giving them dynamite, and they just kind of blew their way out? Like, shouldn't you be, like, protecting them from the convicts that you brought into the area or something?
We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them.
Why? I mean, it looks like you're just right across the road. Couldn't you just, like, mosey on over there and take care of the convicts that are terrorizing and killing people? Or is that just not in your purview? Nothing? Why exactly can't you protect them?
We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Duly noted. But if you've got rifles, you're probably more highly trained than them. You should be able to take care of that. I think it's more you don't want to because you don't care. Doesn't bode well for my liking you. Prim, here we are. Let's talk to this Lieutenant Hayes and let's see what we can figure out here. So if it is indeed the powder gangers, hopefully news hasn't gotten to them yet that I might have dealt with a bunch of their buddies. So if that's the case, maybe I can just kind of wander in and have a friendly chat. If they know about the little dust-up, they might just shoot me, which is non-preferable. Who are you? Sergeant McGee.
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Okay, I'm just learning the names around here. Where are you from?
I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my second tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are.
Good talk.
Sir.
Ma'am. So formal. LT!
Hello.
Hey man, how's it going?
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What exactly are you doing out here? I hear Prim got overrun and you're just doing nothing?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility.
Job well
As you
done.
can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Yeah, like you could have prevented them from overrunning a correctional facility and taking hostage of a town and terrorizing the locals. There is that. What's the problem with the mission? That you're not freeing up these locals, or what?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
That's your excuse. How about this correctional facility? I keep hearing about it. Tell me a little bit more about its functioning in the area.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility.
You don't
A little
say.
bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
And you've done nothing? How about these convicts? Anything that you can tell me about them?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
Okay. Yeah, I had a little dust up with them earlier, a few towns back. Kind of stupid. Pretty easy to take care of. Even for a ragtag bunch of yokels. I don't understand why a fully trained military organization, soldiers, i.e. you and your buddies, can't do anything about that. Pretty sad. Anyways, rant over. Got some other questions for you, LT.
have some free time, ask away.
Clearly. Tell me a little bit about the new California Republic.
Where do you come from that you haven't heard of the NCR? Never mind, it doesn't matter much.
I'm
If
the
you
one
haven't
asking
heard of us, you
questions.
must not be from the Legion. Put simply, the NCR is the greatest nation currently functioning.
Is that so? Do you care to elaborate on any of that?
Sure can. The NCR was founded from the survivors of one of the Great Vaults. We started as a small settlement called Shady Sands. We now consist of 5 states that make up the greatest nation since the Great War.
Yeah. I'll let you continue believing that. And this Legion I keep hearing about. Tell me your point of view on them.
Caesar's Legion. A bunch of degenerate slavers led by a madman who calls himself Caesar. Every one of them is a barbarian to the last. I've even heard one of their leaders, the Legate or something, goes around with a human skull on his head. Savages to the last.
Or they could be just playing that up as a matter of fear tactics. People who see people running around with skulls, especially the human variety, on their head, tend to be pretty frightened of them. So it could be that. So they might be smarter than you give them credit for. Just saying. And what's your interest in this desert wasteland? I guess not yours in particular, if you want to tell me. Go ahead. But more the overall NCR.
It's no secret. Our interest here is twofold. First, we want to remain in control of Hoover Dam. It supplies the Republic with power, and it's a source of fresh water. Second, we want to prevent the Legion from advancing across the Colorado River and endangering the home states.
Logical enough. That's all I have for now.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. I'm gonna go see if I can't sort out your little powder ganger problem in Prim. Because apparently, you can't. Alrighty. Off to liberate another town from the terror of the powder gangers. They are going to love me after I finish dealing with all of their people. You okay, bud? Maybe I should lay off the booze. It is, after all, still daylight. Hello?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
So you're just suffering from... There you go. Must be heat stroke. No, they've got mines set up on the bridge. Hey, buddy, I'm going to, walk across the bridge here. Just so you know, I'm going to disarm your mine so they don't, blow me up. Don't take that as hostile or anything. I just don't want to die to your mines. Oh, yeah, good. Weird. Ooh, sounds like I'm a little famished. Let's take care of that before getting engaged in whatever kind of crap show is likely about to ensue. Alright, that's a little bit better. Ooh, I wanted those. Let's try to be as stealthy as possible, even though it's broad daylight and not ideal to being super sneaky. I don't see anyone as of yet. Guessing they're dead. They don't look like the typical powder ganger. Let's check out these buildings here. So I think, if I remember correctly, I had a cache of items here. Yeah, behind Mojave Express. was gonna say, provided my brain wasn't too addled by the bit of lead that was injected into it by my checker-coated friend. I was gonna say, I think I remember putting it over there. So we'll give that a check. Alright, let's be careful. No one. What a sad little home. Sign said Deputy Beagle. Oh. I don't think he's gonna mind too much. Let's take a little look-see. Let's just borrow this. Thank you, Deputy, for your contribution to keeping my items well repaired. It's getting a little bit darker. Nope. There we go. Yeah. And I wonder whose this is. That's the deputy, maybe. Oh, sheriff's office. Oh damn. Yeah, they ain't messing around, it seems. Let's take a look. These aren't gonna do you any good there, old timer. And let's try not to make too much noise and attract the attention of a bunch of angry dynamite wielding convicts. Nothing. Oven, anything? No. Damn. Sheriff McBain. Brahmin skin outfit. Ooh, duster. Hat. We'll try that hat on.
I'm in! Hello
Holy
there.
Christ.
It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Why are you following me? I nearly shot you dead. Are you crazy?
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
So you decided to follow me rather than just talk to me right then and there. And I found that in a small little shack. Where were you?
I had to make sure of your disposition. There's a lot of jumpy folks out there that'll shoot a man as soon as talk to him. Now that we're conversing, though, I can tell you what I know about those caps. There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
Yeah, there's also a lot of jumpy folk who, in the middle of a town overtaken by a bunch of criminal convicts, when you sneak up on them, are liable to try to shoot you too, as is the case. Anyways, I take it you probably collect these things too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
Some reason that seems a little unlikely. But what I guess for the sake of it, what kind of treasure are we talking about? Like, ooh, here's a bunch of sarsaparilla.
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Thanks for the info. Don't ever do that again, or you're liable to get your head blown off.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Good to know. What the hell was that? Nothing. Can't have too much duct tape. Ooh. That. Oh, come on, come on. That little guy looks like he might be super useful. Weapons. It's in really piss poor condition, but now I've got a cowboy repeater. While I'm here, let's fix these up. There we go. And apparel. Duster is not as good as that. Let's try on the hat. Not my style. Sits too high on my head. Yeah, I don't like it. Especially not with this particular armor. Alright, let's turn that light off and be on our way. Nothing in there. Alright, let's check for my cache of items. Hopefully there's a good gun in there. And then we'll make our way towards possibly dealing with these guys. And kind of play it by ear from there. Anything? Yeah, what's in here? Metal spoon. Nothing much of use. Okay, so behind the express, so it's gonna be over there. Okay, let's be careful. Bison Steve, yeah, casino, that tracks. That makes sense. So useless. Just let anyone traipse into here. I seem to remember possibly putting it back here. Here we are. Yep.
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listeners.
I don't remember this. Tin cans. Hi, Bruce. Ah, I see. We'll take all of that. No offense, but that was actually a good song. Of course. Did they at least leave some good stuff? Ah, they left some caps. And duct tape. What is... Ooh, Wasteland Survival Guide. Take that. Charlie. just scrap metal and random stuff. I can't unlock it. Damn it. Well, that wasn't as productive as I was hoping. And I think I've got too much stuff on me. But that can be alleviated with that. That looks good. There we go. That fixed the problem. We had a couple of notes here. Let's take a look. Letter to Carlos. Hey Carlos, me and the Charlie kid done turned this place over. We grabbed some lovely little loot while the courier was out of town. Thanks for marking the location like you did. I might not have found this shithole otherwise. I did as you asked too. When we was done looting, I stuck a 12 gauge in Charlie boy's back. More loot for us, and he was a useless shit anyway. If you get this note, it means I'm ahead of you. We'll meet up north at that nice home you found so we can split the spoils of our thievery. If you don't mind having a go at the fucking toolbox, I couldn't get it open. Just sounds like some wrenches in there, but I don't think it'd be locked that tight if there wasn't anything good in it. Lots of love. Fuck you, that's who. Alright. What a cheery guy. Bruce. I think Carlos has finally flipped his lid, you know? Always talking about wanting to be a badass rogue ranger of some sort. If he gets his grubby mitts on the shit we found here, it's only going to encourage him. And if he goes off trying to enforce the law, he's just going to get himself waxed. Fuck if I care, but I'd rather not join the idiot. I say we ditch the desert, sell the stuff to some traders at the outpost, and retire in the comfort of fiend-free NCR territory. Raiden days are over. Getting a little bit stressful. Always worried Carlos is going to put a shotgun in my back. You know, you should be too. Party on, old friend. Charlie. Yeah. Should have been more careful. Raiders betrayed you. He's gone north of Vegas. Great. And you people didn't have any more clues, did you? Nope. Nothing. Nada. Whatever. Alright. Well, that was not as I had hoped. Ooh. Something out of it, I guess. Alrighty. I've not seen powder gangers dressed like you before. I just don't want to open fire. That also being said, you'd probably be the only ones roaming around the streets openly. Everyone else is probably hiding. That was easy. Oh shit. Oh, stay still. There we go. They certainly are not very perceptive, are they? Oh, damn. Shame, man. Let's get inside and read that. No, don't need to hear that. Alright, what is that note? Deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint. Take possession of the package and pay for delivery. Bring payment to Johnson Nash at Mojave Express in Prim. Completion bonus 250. Manifest 2 oversized diced dice composed of fuzzy material. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Don't abscond with our property, or we'll hunt you down and not make you happy. Refrigerator. Nothing. Whatever. And nothing there. Okay. Junked out robot. Let's take a look at it. Servos gyroscopes need to be recalibrated or replaced. Maybe set of parts. Scrap metal, sensor modules, electronics. Okay. I'll just leave you alone then. Not that I even know what you'd be useful for. Besides taking some of the heat off of me. Vicky and Vance. Just a casino town, it would seem. Alrighty. Let's see if I can locate the locals. Get some intel on what's going on here. Nothing useful there. Where did that other jackass end up? There you are. You're wearing a... Thought I heard bottles clinking. Ooh, some money. Looks like such an ass with that hockey mask on. Give me that. And that. Okie dokie. See, they had a guy up there, so I'm guessing that's not where they're all hiding. So let's try here first and not be too careful.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
So I've noticed. Care to elaborate on who you are?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
Ah, I have a bone to pick with you. We'll get to that. About Prim, what's going on here?
Well, I'll answer what I can.
What happened? Let's start there. It's a nice baseline.
Let's see. Been tough around here for a good while now. Worse since them thugs kidnapped our deputy. It started with the breakout from the prison up the road. First there was just a few thugs rolling through town, but then they got organized. Now they call themselves powder gangsters or something, and run around throwing dynamite and shooting people. A little while ago, a good chunk of them left whatever kind of organization they got up there to squeeze all the food and drink out of us they could.
Yeah, I've had run-ins with them. I'm well acquainted with their organization, as it were. Got some other questions.
Ask away.
Tell me a little bit, I guess, about this place, the Vicky and Vance, presumably casino based on the slot machines.
That's where we are. This here little casino brought some cash and bodies into the town before them powder gangsters came in. Now, they can't rush us without eating a good bit of hot lead, but we are in a kind of box canyon. Guess this is a fitting place for that as any. I reckon that if they thought hard enough about it, they'd realize they got more bodies than we have bullets. But for now, we're safe enough in here.
I mean, it's very likely. A couple other questions.
Away.
And I'm guessing the Bison Steve is the one across the street.
It's an old hotel and casino here in town. Old Laura used to rent out rooms there, but she took off months ago. Across the way from the Vicky and Vance, the other old casino. Can't miss it.
Yeah, I'm well aware we are currently standing inside of it. Got some other questions?
I guess I don't have anywhere better to be.
Very accurate. You mentioned something about the deputy being kidnapped. Seems kind of useless to me.
Well, you can call Beagle a deputy so long as you don't harbor too high an opinion of the word. Boy was about as useful as tits on a rat scorpion. Only qualification he ever had was to be brother to the wife of the sheriff.
Ah, classic.
Still, I suppose he don't deserve what's befell him. We would have considered paying the ransom if we'd had caps to spare.
Ah, so he's presumably still kidnapped then. And just out of curiosity, you call them gangsters. Semantics. Aren't they calling themselves the Powder Gangers?
Gangers, gangsters, all sounds like trouble to me.
True. Just clearing it up. Make sure we're on the same page. Out of curiosity, is there anything, or what could I do to help your little town here? Probably find a new deputy and sheriff. Probably be a good starting point.
Right now, Beagle is the closest Prim's got to any organized law. But he's still stuck up in Bison Steve.
Of course.
First thing I'd say is get his sorry butt out of there.
I'll make that my first and top priority. Lastly, since I don't really care about your robot, I'm a courier with the Mojave Express, and I got a couple of questions and choice words for you.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
That's not exactly what I'm talking about. I had a package, and during the carrying out of said duties of delivering said package, I was captured, tied and bound, and then shot. Thankfully, not lethally.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
I so happen to have said delivery order right here.
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
What was so strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First
Seemingly so.
we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in.
A cowboy robot? Care to elaborate?
Nope. Different fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen.
Victor.
And he talked more like you or me.
We're gonna have to have a little talk. Anyways, so yeah, some guys, as I kind of mentioned, stole my package, shot me. One of them was in a checkered suit with some thugs. I think they were great cons, best we could tell. You see them?
Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them great con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
That would be them. Where did they head? I got some conversations I need to have with them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
Of course. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Nash.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
That's the plan. I need to step out and peace and quiet for a moment. So here we are, our paths almost converging once again. The checkered coat man, just a few steps ahead of me. Stopped through here near the Bison Steve Hotel in Prim, and apparently Deputy Beagle, who is currently kidnapped inside said casino by the powder gangers, has some intel and info on where Checkered Coat and his Great Khan misfits ran off to. Guess I get to go bust him out of jail, and hopefully I don't get shot in the process.